Welcome to the Cowbridge Food and Drink Festival, an annual celebration of food in the Vale of Glamorgan. As a fun fact, this town has the highest average property value of any town in Wales. With its gorgeous, idyllic setting, it's not hard to imagine why. This food festival is a bit different to some of the other festivals I've been to, in that although there is plenty of street food here, the emphasis seems to be more on showcasing amazing producers where you buy food to take home. In today's video, I'm going to show you everything that I ate here, and remember, if you feel sad about missing this year's festival, don't be. It's an annual event, so you will have a chance to come, but I'm also going to be putting links to all of the socials for the traders in the description of this video. Many of these places not only have storefronts, but regularly hold pop-ups, so if you follow them, you'll be able to catch where they're next. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I post food videos on a regular basis showing you some of the best places to eat. First up is hot street food. When we got here, we went straight to Mr. Croquewich, an established name in the Welsh street food scene since they've started out in 2014. They do actually have two permanent locations at Goodsheds in Bury and the Bridge Studios in Cardiff, but if you follow their socials, they hold pop-ups throughout the year. Their main specialty are grilled cheese sandwiches, which as an American is right up my alley and one of the ultimate comfort foods. However, Mr. Croquewich takes it to the next level with their flavors. First up, we had the Glamorgan, which came with leeks, garlic, bechamel sauce with gefilte cheese, and Dijon mustard. The flavors were excellently balanced and the bread perfectly pressed and toasted. The mustard did come through and was the perfect addition to cut through the hardiness of the cheese. Next was their Trois Fromage, a 3-cheese specialty of cheddar, mozzarella, and camembert. I didn't think this would be my favorite of the two because it was plainer in theory, but the camembert was just divine. If you've never had camembert before, definitely look out for it on any menu. It's a delightful French cheese with a rich and intense flavor that combines creamy and buttery notes with a strong, earthy, and almost mushroom-like undertone. Finally, even though Mr. Croquewich specializes in grilled cheese sandwiches, they are just great chefs in general, proven by their Parmesan chicken and chips, juicy fried chicken coated with Parmesan and some buffalo sauce. The fries were also enjoyable. Speaking of established names in Wales is the mighty soft-shell crab, trading since 2009. Their dishes are very unpretentious and simple. You can either have a tempura-battered soft-shell crab, prawn, or a mix of both in a tortilla wrap with some greens, topped with creme fraiche and a homemade sweet chili sauce. Tempura batter is a very light and airy batter compared to the batter that you would find in, for example, fish and chips. Trust me when I say that I've tried this place many times at many different food festivals, and they've got the cooking process down to a science. Their food is always so perfectly, freshly fried. Here we have wonderfully cooked juicy prawns that paired nicely with that sweet chili sauce. If you're afraid of spice, don't worry. Their sweet chili sauce is not really all that spicy, just a minor kick to round out the flavor profile. Another hot food location here is Lilo's Pasta Shack. We couldn't resist ordering the deep-fried mac and cheese balls. Garlic and herb mac and cheese balls coated in panko breadcrumbs before being deep-fried, served with chili jam, parmesan, and spring onions. The chili jam was a brilliant addition to the dish that cut through the cheese with a bit of acidity. We also had their meatball melt, which is a simple meatball and bolognese sauce topped with cheese. Lilo's Pasta Shack also had an accompanying stall elsewhere in the market where you can purchase some of their pasta to take away for home, which was really genius. A hot food point where people can sample the pasta, and if they enjoy it, they can purchase the ingredients to make it themselves. We also tried Christos' private chef, who has a great selection of Greek deli foods here. Although I was tempted by a lot of it, I had to go for his pre-prepared hot food, which you can order for takeaway and heat it at home, or have it heated for you. This is his moussaka, layers of aubergine, potatoes, courgette, slow-cooked beef ragu, and a creamy bechamel sauce. Very well seasoned and well-balanced flavors here. We also tried Happy Dumpling 365, which serves up Chinese-style dumplings. Inside this one was pork and sweet corn, served with some chili oil and vinegar. Next is the Artisan Cook, who do wood-fired pizza, and they do have a permanent base in Sully, which is between Penarth and Barry in the Vale of Glamorgan. They had a small selection of flavors, but we went with their pepperoni pizza. Cowbridge Food Festival is an interesting one in that it spans multiple sites with a main location, as well as an offshoot spot at the Old Hall Gardens and some extra vendors inside the Bear Hotel. Here we are at the Old Hall Gardens, starting off with some lemonade on this rainy day. This location is much quieter compared to the main food festival, which made for a nice respite. We tried Ellie's Little Kitchen here, serving up some Spanish and Hispanic cuisine. First up is their chicken paella, which came with well-cooked rice, chicken pieces, roasted cauliflower, peppers, and spices. Next was their ceviche. Ceviche is a South American dish that is kind of like a cold seafood salad in a way. There are many variations on ceviche, but the main ingredients are some kind of seafood with citrus dressing and onion. Ellie's Little Kitchen's version has prawns with a bit of lime, tomato salsa, red onion, cilantro, and interestingly enough, corn nuts or toasted corn. Okay, now on to the sweets, of which there were plenty. If you're a fan of desserts and pastries, you would love Cowbridge Food and Drink Festival. I filled my bag with goodies for the journey home. First is Abby's Macarons, which are probably the best macarons that I've had in the UK. Not to be confused with macaroons, which are made from shredded coconut. Macarons are these French cookies that have a delicate and slightly crisp outer shell. When you take a bite, it gives way to a soft, chewy interior that almost melts in your mouth. The texture is both light and indulgent, with a variety of flavorings you can have in the middle. Staying with the French theme is Crepe Escape, which serves sweet or savory crepes with a small selection of options. A thin French pancake cooked on this flat circular griddle. We had ours with Nutella and banana. We also tried 2 different donut shops. First is Cardiff Dough Co, which serves up donuts and luxury cookies. I was particularly a fan of their giant cookies, like this raspberry and white chocolate cookie, which had a really nice chewy texture and not too sweet at all. You can actually find them at their industrial unit in Rumney. The next donut shop we went to was Dotty Doughnuts, based in Carmarthenshire. This was their Milky Bar donut, and you can see their massive portion size here. I also tried 2 different Welsh cake stands. First up was Fat Bottom Welshcakes, which packaged Welsh cakes in a variety of flavors to take home. Interestingly enough, they also had some Scotch eggs, which we bought 2 kinds of, a smoked mackerel Scotch egg and a traditional sausage meat Scotch egg. I did prefer Eleri's Welsh cakes though, which had a really lovely texture on the inside. Welsh cakes do tend to dry out, but this one was still moist. Again, a variety of flavors to choose from. We couldn't resist purchasing some fudge from Fudge Pots. Fudge is a traditional British confectionery made from sugar, butter, and milk or cream. Delightfully sweet too, and incredibly indulgent. If you're into cheesecakes, Marie Cresci's Cheesecakes is the place to go. I couldn't resist the cheesecake profiteroles, choux pastry piped with cheesecake filling on the inside and dipped in chocolate. My favorite sweet of the day though was Daisy and Belle's ice cream van, which surprised me because I didn't realize ice cream could be this good. Throughout the course of the food festival, I went back a total of 3 times. The texture was so buttery and luxurious, it coats the tongue. My favorite was their strawberry and cream flavor. I'll definitely be following them on social media to see where they are next. Like I mentioned, the big stars of the Cowbridge Food and Drink Festival are the producers. Come to this festival with a giant rucksack or shopping bag to leave with loads of goodies from amazing delis, preserve shops, bakeries, breweries, and more. Now, time for the final verdict. If you ever spot a Mr. Croquewich pop-up, don't skip it, especially the trois fromage. Even if you think it's just gonna be a boring grilled cheese, the camembert is divine. Sweet-wise, you have to follow Daisy and Belle's ice cream. They have honestly completely changed my perspective on what ice cream can taste like, and I look forward to seeing where they are next. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe. I would really appreciate the support. I have so many places upcoming that I can't wait to show you, not just food festivals, so watch this space. Until next time.